So I was playing tabs, right? And I thought to myself, man, I wish there were some cool units that were well balanced and fun to play with. And then I realized, oh, I can just make them. So that's what I've done. I've created two factions, Team Ghost and Drifters. Team Ghost consists of these few people, Ghost, Ranger, Run and Gun, Black Shell, Lock and Rock, and then the Drifters, which are more of a these are more modern kind of units. Um, these are more of a fantasy kind of unit setup. So we have a Drifter, Dark Drifter, Wandering King, and then Lesser Wanderer, and a Skybreaker. Now these units are overpowered, and this is what the game priced them at. I didn't bother changing any of that. So this is an OP faction. This faction, I balanced out their cost and based off of how they function. But overall, I found myself with this set of units. And then I went ahead and was like, man, probably need to create some campaigns. So I did. Created two campaigns. Drifter War, Operation Ghost War. So let's open up some sandbox here and I'll showcase kinda the units and then do a couple of battle runs. So go ahead and load in my ghost team. So we're gonna put down one of each just so we can get kind of a good look at everybody. Kind of to see what they look like and all that. So our first guy here is just a simple. They all look relatively the same. I didn't bother changing too much. Just a couple of key features on each of them to give them a kind of their own identity. But you have basically a Scar H guy, which I've rebalanced all the weapons so that they fire rate and control and damage is all relatively, um, realistic for the guns that they're using. So that way they don't all fire the same, but they each have their individual strengths and weaknesses. So this guy is basically supposed to be the best unit out of the set. However, like I said, they all have different abilities, so depends on what you want. But yeah, simple Scar build for this first guy. Then we have a sniper kind of dude with a VSS. He's slower fire rate than any other units, but higher damage. Then we have this guy, which in my experience, he can't hold on to that gun to save his life. So he's kind of all over the place, kind of a fun guy. Then we have a shotgun unit, and then last, like kind of a support heavy unit. So it's kind of I can kind of take you through each unit here. We'll put on some enemies on the other side. So yeah, this is the first guy, kind of the Scar build. As you can see, his fire rate's kind of high, but it's a lot slower than what it used to be. Ooh. Alright, so that is the first guy. We'll move down the line here to Ranger. Yeah, pretty good. So like I said, these units were built to match what they are in reality, not trying to accommodate for any of the other units or try to balance them out to it. Just trying to create some fun units that are modern. I do plan on building another faction that may be Russian, as these guys are very close to the US units. My favorite is probably the shotgun guy, just because of the sheer damage they have, but it's pretty good. Now, the interesting thing is, kind of fun thing I guess, is that the shotgun guys and the kind of SMG guys are set as melee units, so they're going to close a lot of range before they start to shoot. And that's just to make them most effective for kind of their build. You wouldn't want the shotgun guy sitting all the way back, taking shots and not doing anything. we'll quickly move on to our second faction. These are the most realistic units. This guy is just kind of here for a fun kind of character build. He's not really set to have any real place in a lineup or in a battle, but he's just kind of a fun person that I built. So we have our Skybreaker, our Drifter, Dark Drifter, and the Wanderer. Like I said, all these units are OP. None of them were really set to be well balanced, I guess. Kind of just some OP units. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Then we got our Drifter. Oh, that is the wrong man. Then we got our Drifter here. Not too incredibly strong, but definitely super useful. One thing I like about the units is that they all have they play really well. And I mean, like the Drifter, he'll stay back and use that lantern, both of them will, and then they absolutely run through people. So that's a really strong faction that I built. If we come down here to the custom content, we have Drifter War and Operation Ghost. Each have just kind of a showcase again of all the units. With a little bit of difficulty in some of these, just based off the unit placement. And then Drifter War is also another good one. Just again, another showcase of the units. Not really meant to be too hard. I'll show you a little bit of the battles. So this is the first one. It's just one guy, nothing too hard. I'll just go ahead and pop down as 2 dead eyes. He'll be gone any minute now. Yeah, so this isn't supposed to be a super challenging campaign. I do plan on making some that are harder to play, a little bit more challenging in the future. But that's pretty much it. Just a couple of cool units I've built, and like I said, I plan on building a Russian faction, and maybe I'll make some harder campaigns. But I'm really excited about this unit creation. I want to see where it goes, what kind of updates they put out, so that we can make cooler units. Because right now we're kind of limited to a set weapon, and you can't edit a whole lot. But speaking of editor, I can just pop in on it real quick, kind of to show how it works. Let's see. Oh, yeah, no, that was it. So we'll come to our arranger here and edit. So as you can see, you got your unit, you got your different things here, different weapons, which is nice. You have a nice selection of stuff. And you can also edit color, which is kind of cool. But yeah, just a good amount of weapons and stuff. And then I do like that they have put in some modern stuff. I might end up making a shield and Beretta guy, or something in the future here. But that's pretty much it for this showcase. Just wanted to make a quick video showing off the units and the campaigns.